everybody. My name is Geneviève Tardif. Welcome to my podcast, Elle brille des shine. Today, at only 23 years old, Saroya Tinker is making a big impact in women's hockey. She was named one of the 25 most powerful women in hockey by Sportnest this year and has quickly become one of the NWHL voices for diversity and inclusion. She also raised money for the Black Girl Hockey Clubs and embraced her role as someone that young girls could look up to, or young players. It could be boys or girls. Hi, Saroya.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, thank you so much to have accepted my invitation. I'm really excited to talk to you. I read so much about you, and congratulations for everything you did this year. It was a big year for you.
Yes, thank you so much. I definitely didn't expect it to be that big of a year given COVID, but yeah, we did it.
Let's start with the beginning. How hockey went into your life, how it was a passion for you.
Yeah, so I grew up playing hockey. My dad's the one that put myself and my three brothers in the sport quite early. My dad grew up in Scarborough, Ontario, where he loved playing the game, whether it was roller hockey, ice hockey, or just playing
Nice.
around with his friends. And he experienced a lot of racism in the sport, just playing in Scarborough and being a black man in a predominantly white sport. But yeah, he really decided to put his kids in it, and so that we could make an impact in the game.
And have you yourself went and or saw racism when you were younger, when you were playing hockey?
Yeah, I definitely experienced my fair share of microaggressions and the comments here and there from opposing teams and even my own teammates. But at the same
Okay.
time, I think moving forward, it's improving, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you like about hockey?
I think for me, the main part of hockey that I find most interesting and most fun is just being on the ice. I think skating and being able to feel free on the ice is the main thing that I enjoy. So I think just being able to get on the ice and skate and do whatever is my go-to.
And you were named one of the 25 most powerful women in hockey. You received the Denna Laing Award. Were you surprised, when you received the call that you were nominated?
Yeah, I was definitely surprised. I think I didn't expect this to be as big of a year for me as I have had. Um, but it's definitely a huge honor to be named to that top 25 list and also to receive the Denna Laing Award. So it's definitely very
Mhm.
exciting moving forward and showing how I can impact the game.
And speaking about inspiration, who was your inspiration growing up? If was there some in the 25 inspiring women in hockey? Was there some inspiration when you were younger in that list, or?
To be honest, when I was growing up, I felt like there wasn't that many black females playing hockey. The one that I
Uh
knew
huh.
about was Angela James, and she retired the year I was born, from the Canadian national team. So with that, I didn't have that many people to look up to other than to listen to my dad's advice when I got off the ice and whatnot. But
Uh
really
huh.
just looking within myself to kind of find that path and be a trailblazer in the game.
You went to Yale, the Ivy League. Why have you decided to go there?
Yeah, I've always been very passionate about my education. Always made a huge effort to get good grades in school, and always really wanted to learn. So with that, I the opportunity to attend an Ivy League school during my NCAA recruiting years came forth, and with that, I figured why not take my take my good grades and my hockey ability to an Ivy League school and get that education while being able to play the sport I love too.
And how was it?
I had a great time at Yale. I think my hockey experience wasn't as good as I had hoped for it to be. I don't think I played to the best of my abilities, and I don't think I fully enjoyed and engaged with my teammates as much as I
Hmm.
hoped. But my outside life on campus was definitely very inspirational, and I found so many people on campus that inspired me and made me want to be better in so many ways. So I think attending Yale was definitely a chance of a lifetime, and I realize I'm incredibly blessed to be able to have gone there.
And explain to me, you said it was not, the best with your teammates there. explain to me why.
Yeah, I think my teammates didn't necessarily have a full understanding of what it meant to be Black in America. And with that, hockey's always been a typically white male dominated sport. And for my team at Yale, I think I expected more out of them, to be more woke per se, and kind of have
Okay.
that understanding. And unfortunately, they didn't, which led me to have some uncomfortable conversations with certain teammates. But at the same time, I realized that I was there to play hockey and do my job as well.
So were you speaking about it when you were younger, or it was at really at Yale that you decided to have this uncomfortable conversation with your teammates and people in hockey?
Yeah, it was definitely at Yale. I think my freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't very comfortable um, being who I was and speaking up for what I believed in. But come junior, senior
Okay.
year, I kind of found myself and found that I should stick up for the things that I am passionate about. And with that, I made an effort to talk to my coaching staff and make change for the years to come, whether I'm there or not. So I wanted to make sure to provide a good platform for our younger freshman, Kirsten Good, who is another Black woman playing on the women's ice hockey team right now at Yale. So I wanted to make sure that she had a good atmosphere moving forward once I had graduated and left.
After Yale, you are now playing with the NWHL. Was that a dream for you, or you wanted to be a pro player after Yale, or how was your thinking about that?
Yeah, I think my goal was always to play on the Canadian national team and play in the Olympics. But moving forward, I think playing professionally is that level that I've reached so far, and playing in the NWHL is definitely a big step in my career. And playing professionally is something I'm really proud of. But at the same time, I think that it's incredibly important that I continue to play and be that trailblazer for the other Black women coming behind me.
Oh yes, and if there's young girls, black young girls who wants to play hockey, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I think to play to their best ability and kind of block out the noise, and when there is a noise too loud, to not be scared to speak up for it. I think that I spent too long in my career not speaking up
Mm,
for the things that I really wanted to see change in the game, and I hope that they know that they have the ability to change things earlier on and really make a difference. And to be unapologetically themselves and really use their voices within the sport.
because you are a mentor also for what, for 4 or 5 girls that are playing hockey.
Yeah, so currently I have about 8 to 12 girls in my mentorship program. Um,
Okay,
yeah, so we run Zoom workouts every Monday evening. We have guest speaker appearances, just Zoom hangouts and
nice.
things like that. And I'm really here to be a resource for the girls that need help in recruiting or whatever really they need help with. They got open contact with me, and I really enjoy getting to know the girls and understanding where they're coming from in their careers as well.
Let's talk about your career so far. What was the best moment in your career?
Um, I would say the best moment I've had in my career was when I made Team Canada.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, at World Championships, we lost in overtime to the U.S. and won a silver medal. But at the same time, I've although winning gold wasn't what we won. I think that my silver medal is just is very good as well. And I think that that was definitely a big highlight in my career, just being able to put on the Canadian jersey and represent my country.
Recently, I just bought the Elle magazine that some players are on the cover. Beautiful cover. And, for me, the question is, how can we make women's hockey more popular? Because I feel, there's maybe it's difficult in the media, or how can we make that sport more popular?
Yeah, I think that in terms of women's hockey, I think it's awesome to get to see Sarah and Bridget and Hannah on the front cover of Elle magazine. I think it goes to show that we are being seen and women's hockey is being noticed. I think from
Mm,
moving forward standpoint, I think we definitely need more investments in women's hockey. I think that people do want to watch us play, and people are interested in the women's game. I think it's just involved putting us on TV and letting us have a platform to play the game that we love and that we know so many other Canadians do, um, and all across North America, obviously. But I think in terms of furthering women's hockey, we really need those investments into to be shown on a national stage.
I agree. I agree, and we'll watch it. It's simple. People, more and more, it's becoming more and more popular, but it takes time, and but people will be there to watch you. That's for sure. It's already started. I
For
feel
sure.
so.
Yeah, I see the improvements already as well, and it's exciting to see for
And
sure.
let's talk about Black Girl Hockey Club. What is that club? I want to know more about it.
Yeah, so Black Girl Hockey Club is a space where black men and women can come together, and Renee Hess was able to form a community of Black individuals who love hockey just as much as our white counterparts do. And she figured, why not form a club so that we could all meet and see that there are other BIPOC people in the game that love the sport just as much as we do. So Black Girl Hockey Club does a lot. We've got a book club. We give out scholarships. They've partnered with the NHL for their Get Uncomfortable campaign. But for myself specifically, I work on I volunteer with the scholarship committee. So each semester, we're able to give the girls $5,000, $3,000, and $1,000 scholarships for their hockey careers, and that's something that's really exciting to see. And we see how we can impact the game even further by providing those girls with those scholarships.
But I read that you raise what? How much? $30,000 for them?
Yeah, so during my NWHL bubble season, I really wanted to raise money for something, and I figured why not raise it for Black Girl Hockey Club and for our specifically our scholarship committee. So I was able to raise $30,000 over the
Wow.
course of that bubble, and I'm super excited to be able to implement that in the ways that we choose with Black Girl Hockey Club to further the sport with our BIPOC communities.
And are you going to do much more stuff for them, or what is going on with you right now?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely volunteer quite a bit with Black Girl Hockey Club. I always enjoy talking to Renee and getting to know the other people within the organization. But for me right now, I mentor the girls and really focus on my career and still training and things like that.
Is hockey really for everyone? That's a big question.
Yeah, of course, hockey is for everyone, but I think at the same time, anybody can put on a pair of skates and play with a stick. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that they're feeling included. So yes, everyone is able and has the ability to play hockey, but at the same time, I think that we do need to do a better job of including our BIPOC communities and making sure they feel welcome in the arena, because I know that that's a big issue in terms of them not feeling included and not feeling like they're wanted at the rink.
And if people are listening and they don't know you, I invite you to just go on her Instagram, Saroya Tinker. You're an artist, and I discovered that you are painting really well.
Yeah, so I do that on the side as well. I paint quite often, and sell my paintings. So that's a hobby of mine that I've taken up and have managed to profit off of as well. So yeah, painting is definitely a big outlet for me that I enjoy doing, and I know that it'll always be there.
And you paint a woman's body to just show people why it's important for you to paint woman's body.
Yeah, I think it's important just in regards to showing how everyone is different. I think I struggled quite a bit in college with body image and things like that,
Okay.
and still do to this day. So when I do paint my body images, I think that it's important to realize that everyone looks different, and everything isn't as though we seem when as it seems when we look on Instagram and things like that. So painting the different body shapes and different weight, different sizes, anything along those
Mm.
lines is something that I find very interesting and love to do, just to show that that all women should be welcome and shouldn't be shamed for their bodies.
Amen. Can I get a amen?
Amen.
Thank you so much, Saroya. You are really inspiring, and I just hope that all around the world, and especially in Quebec, we'll get to know you more. I think for you, it's just the beginning. So thank you so much.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me on.
Have a good day, and just go training and have fun painting.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What a great interview and what an inspiring woman. Thank you so much to Saroya Tinker. And I really think I'm going to go buy one of her paintings really soon. Thank you so much and see you next week. Bye-bye.